प्रेम प्रकाश एक वरिष्ठ पत्रकार होने के साथ साथ अपने उम्र के उस पड़ाव में हैं जहां उनके पुराने संपर्क भी उनकी ओर प्रशंसा के साथ देखते हैं, उनके पत्रकारिता जगत में योगदान को देखते हुए। और उनकी नई पुस्तक रिपोर्टिंग इंडिया का वर्चुअल लॉन्च करने में जहां प्रभा खेतान फाउंडेशन, अमेरिका से झिलमिल और इंडियन कॉन्सुलेट और गोपीय सभी सम्मिलित हुए। हम दिखा रहे हैं आपको एक छोटा सा अंश उस वर्चुअल बुक लॉन्च इवेंट का।
Prem, you vividly describe the close danger you face reporting from East Pakistan. You vividly described the close dangers you faced reporting from East Pakistan at the start of the strife in March of 1971. Hard to imagine 50 years ago that led to the birth of Bangladesh, including filming historical footage marking the announcement of the provisional government of Bangladesh. You also described dangers you faced in Afghanistan. You covered other events, wars, where you faced further dangers. Prem, what propelled you to risk your life on so many occasions in the pursuit of good journalism? And what advice do you have for younger journalists about facing such risks that could take their lives? And I know you knew many colleagues who sadly passed away in the line of duty.
Yes. Myron, Tony White, who was the first editor of Viz News, once told me, Prem, whatever you do, ensure you are careful, because a dead Prem Prakash will be of no use to us. That was very candid. But the fact is, when I arrived in Calcutta, I took train journey from Delhi. Normally I would fly. The reason I took train journey was I wanted to, on the train, think how on earth I would be covering East Pakistan. Myself and my colleague Durgada Chatterjee, we would go to Benapole, which was the border. And of course, we covered border events and so on. But that's not what's inside East Pakistan. So there was no way out other than take the risk of going in if you had to report. You see, a reporter who is only writing can sit in Calcutta, get information, quote that source and write. But one who has got to show visuals, you can't. And more so because, for example, when I went to Jessore, that was my first foray into East Pakistan, which I mentioned in the book. And I reached there, I saw all those dead bodies. On the left, there was a barricade. I drove on. When I came back from Jessore, I'm cutting it short because you can read it in the book. There was a military officer at the border, along with the police who were waiting there. And they asked me where I had been. I told them I had been to Jessore. This guy laughed at me. I said, what do you mean? Why are you laughing? He said, I've done this. He said, oh, you've done that? I said, yes. When I explained to him the barricade, he said, you've been lucky, they must be busy in Damas. Otherwise, they would have shot at you. That was the barricade by the Pakistan Army. On another occasion, when I was going to Khulna, I arrived in Khulna, and the local guy took us straight to the police station. You know what that meant. But as it happened, the head of police station was a Urdu-speaking person, and I could notice there that he was about to be killed by the by his Bengali juniors. So I left the place. They didn't touch me. And here I am before you, sit still alive and kicking.